Okay guys, sorry about the delay, we're waiting for some stuff to come from my computer, etc. But anyway, quick video today, just a little bit about the instrument, starting the car, modes, etc. So, start the car like any automatic, foot on the brake, press the start button, hold it down, and you'll get a ping like that. And it'll start to boot up, and I can see it's booting up to Android Auto because I've got a Pixel. That'll automatically do that once you've paired it once. So first time you've got the vehicle, you need to plug it in with your USB-C lead and it'll set it all up for you. After that you can unplug it and you can use just wireless if you want. Okay, so there you go. So volume is here. Not the best thing to use, to be honest with you. You're either prodding away at it, banging away like that, trying to get it to work, or doing that, or sliding up and down. The best thing to do is using your steering wheel. You've got a little dial here, just use that. That makes it a lot easier to use. But okay, so that's the start. Now it's starting now. It will always start on electric. Even if you're down to zero charge, it will start on electric and just won't go very far when you've got no charge. But it will always start on it. When you come to a stop, it'll always resort to just using that. But if you want to start on another mode, you need to press on the Cupra, go into battery, and then you can either E-mode, which it defaults into, or hybrid. Now if I'm going on a long journey, or anything over, depends if I'm coming back. If I'm going halfway, if I'm just going somewhere and it's 12.5 miles and I'm coming back, no, I'll just leave it in E-mode. Just use electric all day. But if I'm going over that, I need to put it into hybrid mode. And when you do that, it will obviously use both sources of fuel. Just bear in mind that if you're just trying this out and you drive along, I think I'll put it in hybrid for a bit, then think, oh no, okay, that's good, I'll put it back in electric. It won't let you go back into electric until the engine's warmed up. So you'll think, oh, I'm 2 miles in, I'm going to put onto electric, won't work. You've got to let the engine fully warm up, and then the option will come up again. It'll come out in orange again to go into E mode, and that's just to protect the engine. When you are in hybrid mode, you can alter some things like by pressing that. You can press your battery reserve. I don't really bother with this because it automatically works out for itself most of the time. If you want to keep your battery fully charged up when you're driving on a long journey, you can move it up and down, but it just uses a lot of fuel. It doesn't seem to make any sense in any case. But because I've not moved and the engine hasn't started, I can go back to E mode. That as soon as you start moving, that option's gone. So okay, now this is your home screen. So you've got your map, your radio. You can choose what source you're going to use here. That's your Bluetooth one. That's your Android Auto. That's the radio. Then you can alter these by going up and down. God, look at old man I am. I've got that. And your phone screen's there. Go across again. And this is what I've got it set up as. So I'm in driver mode, individual. You can have it in comfort, sport, Cupra, individual. Individual means I've actually got it set up to have various individual modes I like in a car that you don't find in the rest of them. I'll show you that in a minute. Lane assist. No, I turn that straight off. It's such a pain. But you can also do things that you can. You can. I'll show you this now. You can change the mode in each of these panels as what you want on there. You can choose which one you have line there. I have it on that because it's easiest. You can see you can choose which mode you're going to put it on. And then this is quite an interesting one, in that if you put your address in there where you're going and put a safe battery to get home, it will eke out the battery no matter really how far you're going, so that when you've got back, you've got a little bit of electricity when you get back, a little bit of electricity in your battery. If you don't do that, it'll wear out fairly quickly. Say over 60 miles, you'll find yourself you've got no battery at all. Do that though, it'll always save you a little tiny bit, and it's quite handy. I quite like that. The trouble is, putting the address in here is a bit of a nuisance. If you're going to your sat nav, it is a bit of a pain, to be honest with you, trying to enter things. Destinations they're just a bit of a mare, to be honest. But you'd have to play with that yourselves. So going into these again, so you've got your navigation, you've got your radio or media or whatever you want, phone. This is your graphic equalizer, etc. Got mine on club. And back to Android Auto. Back into vehicle. So I've got it in individual now. So if I go into configuration, you can see I've got the suspension in sport. Comfort's a little bit too soft for me. I prefer a little bit more control. It's not crashy on sport, it's just right for me. Steering, I prefer firmer steering. Sport's a little bit heavier than comfort, which I prefer. I'm generally electric, so I don't really need to hear a Cupra sound, but you can change it onto Cupra if you want to. But I save it for when I go into Cupra mode itself and it does it. Engine sound, I say. Excuse me. Cruise control in comfort, air conditioning in comfort. You can change that so it's more economical as such, but I don't really want to be hot or cold. I'll just leave it as it is. And you've got your assistance, so you've got your parking. I'll do a separate thing on parking because I don't use it very often. Your driver alerts, dynamic roadside display. I've got the speed warning off, but I'll put it back on again, I think. And driver profile, background lighting. If you set it on driver profile, it will change to whatever mode you're in. So I have it in normal, in comfort, so that's blue at night time. And it comes on in night time, the blue band that's around there. When your lights are on, basically, it'll come on. When you go into Sport or Cupra, the band goes red. Again, you can only see it at night there, but you can change it as you want, or you can turn it off. I don't know why you would, but you can. And then this goes into some other things. I find it's quite hard to use at first, so I'll show you. I'm trying to find different modes. So you can change your lights. Decide what we're going to do with them. Interior lights, exit lighting. And then you'll see it changes slightly. You've got your mirrors, central locking tyres. That's where you reset your tyres. Windows interior. This is an interesting one. Go to electric drive. You can choose your recuperation. I have it on high. I like to have the recuperation on all the time. I just find it quite useful. And this braking's consistent. If you have an automatic, that's great in some ways because it lets you roll rather than recuperate with braking. But the feel under your foot's really odd. It'll brake so much, then it'll change slightly, and you'll have to readjust your braking, which I don't like. Low's obvious, so I'll keep it on high. But that's how you change it on there. And it swings around again to the start. And interior, you can ask whether you want to. You can reset all your trips, etc. in this one. I don't know why it's an infotainment. Really strange, but it is. Anyway, so that's just a very quick tour of that. Or shall I just show you there? I'll tell you what, I'll just show you this as well. This is what I like to have the main screen on. But you've got a view button on your steering wheel. If you can see that. If you press that, you change your screen. That's nice. Come out of focus, isn't it? Yeah. I quite like that one. Wife likes that one, so we compromise on that one. Just a little thing though, if you hold down the view button and hold it down rather than just press it, it changes the display slightly. So now when you click through, you get a full band map. And it takes away your dials. I'll show what happens if I turn it on again. So you lose information or you gain it. It depends what you like. I prefer to have it on, see what radio I'm on, etc. Steering wheel, just very quickly. Volume up and down. Cruise control. Okay, you press it once to bring it up. And then when you're driving, you can then set your speed with this. So you get up to say 60 miles an hour, you'll press that and it'll hold at 60 miles an hour then, or 70, and it'll hold that speed and go back and forth depending on the traffic. That's why it's active. If you want to raise the speed up and down, if you're doing 5 miles an hour, you press minus or plus. That's -5 plus 5. If you want to do it in 1 mile an hour intervals, just press that. That's up and that's down in 1, and that will change that for you. This button just here, that changes the distance between you and the vehicle in front when you're on active cruise. On this side, these 2 buttons here, they change what's in your information on the left and the right. So if you press that, and then you can scroll up and down. I prefer it like that. On the left side, again, you can change what you want in it. This moves your tracks on the stereo back and forth, or radio stations. You can see that's going to, it's just changed to radio 3 down to there. Heated steering wheel here on, and you've got 3 different levels on it. So click it each time, you'll see I'm clicking this, the bars go down, and hold it and it's off, and it's on. Be careful with this. Better than the Volkswagen if you just touch control. At least this is the easiest you can do it like this. And it's off. And then this is your scroll wheel. It scrolls through different information on the dashboard. If you can see that. You can decide what you want to have on there. Map, information. If I change the information on the scroll wheel, you click on it, press down, this is what you'll get. There you go. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. I know it's dragged on a little bit, but I hope it's been helpful. I found it quite difficult to use at first, but now I'm used to it, it's fine. So if you did like the video, please like and subscribe. I've got some more coming, and I'll see you next time. All the best, bye.